I think I lost signal before, so I'm going to try this again. Hopefully you can see and hear me. Hi guys. Okay, so I'm back at it. I'll start again. I lost signal before, so let's get started. This is day 2 of my live video series on the myths, concerns, and struggles that you may have when it comes to pregnancy workouts. And if you've been following for my posts for the new year, I was kind of asking for your feedback on that. So it's still not too late. So if you have any feedback on what's bugging you when it comes to pregnancy workouts, let me know. I'm going to jump really quick. Today I am here to bust the myth about working out while pregnant, which goes something like, I'm sure you've heard it before, if you're doing it before pregnancy, you can keep doing it and don't start anything new. Really popular, type 1 if you've heard it before, type 2 if you follow that to a T, I'd love to know. Any sort of comment, definitely we can have a dialogue on that. Anyways, I totally can see why you may get caught up in this or agree with this. I mean, it's rational to think that because that's something that you've been doing for a long time, your body is maybe used to it, you've been doing it consistently, you've been doing things a certain way. Why would being pregnant require you to change your ways? And sure, you might start like thinking to yourself, well, why would I do something new? That would just kind of confuse my body and maybe lead to like injury or even harm. So, but that's just like saying that if you're diabetic, you don't have to change your diet and your exercise routine because your body's used to it. You know, you are changing. This is a new health concerns. There are going to have to be some sort of adjustments. So I don't really like that advice. I don't think that's the best. And I want to talk to you about a client I had a few years back. Kind of typical female athlete. She was shredded and she was doing all these crazy cutting protocols and spent 3 hours in the gym using like free weights and machines. And she was on vacation, and during her second trimester, she heads to a hotel gym and finds out that she's not really familiar with the equipment. It's not what's standard for her. I believe there was like a rower and a kettlebell. And so she's never done those before, and this was before kettlebells were kind of the new fad. So concluding with her doctor's advice, she didn't want to use the kettlebell. She was like, I'm going to hurt myself if I start doing this. And so she's like, I'm not going to row, I'm not going to do the kettlebells. And I think she just didn't work out at all. But with her athletic background, you'd figure she could have made something work. But she heard that advice and she didn't want to try anything new. So definitely, pretty silly. And I don't want you guys to have to miss your workout just because you're not familiar with some equipment. But it just took so much effort for me to convince her that she really needs to actually maybe consider doing the kettlebells and change her crazy like bodybuilding, shredding, cutting, the diet techniques and the training protocol she was doing. And she was like, well, I've been doing that forever. Why should I have to stop that? So you really do have to change your mindset. And yes, so I want to stress to you guys that really that advice of following the same workouts you're used to, it's really not the best advice. So it really kind of could have led to, harm to my client for following that sort of advice that I think she heard from a friend. And I really did have to work hard to refocus her workouts and her mindset. Until I was able to convince her that her diet needs to be focused strictly on nourishing her baby and not her muscles. And that now was not the time for PR gains in the gym. She kept on with her old school training and nutrition because the doctor told her it was okay to keep with going on her old routine. And like, how logical is that? Now, in this particular, situation, she would have been better off doing that kettlebell workout and rowing rather than following her old crazy program. But I want to let you know that it's okay to take on a new activity or a new way of working out while pregnant. And the obvious consequences of following this myth is, of course, on the serious side, harming your baby. And no one wants that. So it's really up to you whether you want to continue operating with this current myth, or if you want to choose to use more common sense with your workouts. Now, do you find yourself in this particular situation? Just let me know if you can kind of relate to this. That would be awesome. But imagine what the rest of your pregnancy would be like if you continued to indoctrinate this myth and the impact that it would have on your pregnancy, your workouts, or even your babies. So I really want you to take a step back and really look at and analyze your workouts, see what you can continue, and see what might be a better to adjust or modify in order to have a nice, safe, healthy pregnancy. So what I'm hoping from now on as your workouts is that you really take the time to assess what you're doing previously and is it realistic? And that may differ from day to day. Some days are easier than others. Some days you have different limitations. So also you want to assess what you're doing day to day. With all the changes that you're going through, now is the time to think how you can make the change in the right direction. So I hope that this message helps you along with your prenatal workout fitness journey. And I know I was kind of blathering on, but I wanted to keep it a little bit brief. I know everyone is busy. So if you need more support, education, or guidance, I am actually putting together a brand new program starting in a couple weeks. And this is specifically designed for the athletic woman whose goal is to work out at least 5 days a week and are committed to maintain strength during pregnancy. And it's going to be over the next 60 days. And it's a remote program so that you can join if you're anywhere in the world. I am looking for 10 women to test it out at a huge discount to help me kind of work out the kinks, to get those amazing results, and that I could use you guys for a case study. If that sounds good to you, if that sounds like you'd be a good fit, if you really need some extra help or assistance, or if what I said today is like totally shocking to you, then you'd probably be a good fit for this program. Just comment, say, tell me more, send me a message. I can get you all the details and we can talk about it. But thanks for watching today, and cheers to a healthy, fit pregnancy. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. I will be back tomorrow for day 3. I have not finalized what I'm going to be chatting about, so I can't even give you a sneak preview. But have a good night. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.